So this is the Samsung Portable SSD T7 2 TB, perfect for your PlayStation 5. I've officially ran out of space, and I will be getting an internal storage as well, but I wanted to start off with the external so I can start loading some of my PS4 games on there. I do want to replay the first God of War from, what was it, 2019, before the new one comes out, or sorry, I think it was 2018, whatever. The one that came out on PS4 before the second one comes out. I wanted to play that on the PS5 rather than the PS4, so my perfect excuse to finally get one of these. Once you open it, it's just a sleeve of a box within a box, and a slight little tab right here. And you just flip it open, and there's your SSD. And of course, you do get your little cords and stuff. So here it is, very small and sleek. I like it. I got the it's kind of like a bluish grayish color, but it's more gray than anything, as you can see. And of course I went with an SSD rather than a HDD, which you can use on your PS5, but of course it's all about speeds nowadays. And you know, since the PS5 has an internal SSD, and you also can apply another SSD from within, then I figured just leave it with the SSD family and get an external SSD as well. This 2 TB cost me about $170. And you do get both a USB-A and a USB-C. Now the PS5 ports are USB-A's, so we're going to be going with this one.
And don't forget that it's always best to use the USB ports in the back of the console, not the front.
And you can see here the cord's not very long. I'd say maybe it's just a foot long. And you don't need it to be that long either. It's always best just to keep the SSD hidden anyways. I don't like seeing it. So it's just sitting right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on the PS5 and see what we have to do. So I'm going to go ahead and go into settings, and I assume I just go to storage. And it does detect an USB extended storage right there. PSSD T7, which is ours. And we have 2.01 terabytes. So again, it's just telling you the stuff that most of us already know, but in case you don't, you can store PS5 games on the SSD, but you cannot play them directly from there. But you can use the SSD as a storage of those games because it's always quicker to just transfer from the SSD to the console to play it rather than deleting the game and reinstalling. That takes longer, so it's always better to do that. But I mainly want it for PS4 because you can install the PS4 games on there and play them directly from there as well, thus freeing up storage on my console and on my internal SSD that I will eventually buy. I'm just going to reserve that strictly for PS5 games, and I'll reserve the SSD external strictly for the PS4 games. So as you see on the bottom, it says format as USB extended storage. That's what we're going to hit. And when you format the USB drive, all the okay, there's no data there, so we don't have to worry about that. So I'll hit yes. And I assume this is going to be quick. Yeah. It's been formatted and it's ready to go. So the formatting process does take up some space. As you can see now, I have 1.83 terabytes rather than a full 2. You gotta love when that happens, right? Now, if you scroll down here, you can see installation location, which is pretty cool because you can assign where PS4 games and the apps for PS4 are going to be installed. And right now I have it set to the USB extended storage, which is what I want. PS5 games is faded out. I can't edit that right now. And it says directly to console storage, which is what I want. So we're good there. So as you can see right now, I don't have a lot of PS4 games on my PS5 because I have a PS4 Pro, so I just been using that PS4 Pro whenever I want to play a PS4 game. But I do have a few, like Dragon Ball FighterZ was on sale, so I bought that digitally. And this is an unknown, but I think this is Lego Star Wars. I don't know what that is, but Right now, I just have to worry about Dragon Ball Fighters, and then I haven't even attempted to install God of War yet, so that's going to be my next thing. So I'm going to just move this one, select items to move, and that's literally just telling me what I already know about the extended storage. So as amazing as Dragon Ball Fighters is, it's only 7 gigabytes, and that shouldn't take too long to transfer. But it says here the item you selected will be moved to the extended storage, which is what we want here. So we're going to hit OK. And that will be going. Let's see how long it actually takes. It's actually moving pretty fast. Much faster than I thought it would. Look at that. Again, only a 7 gigabyte game. Nothing compared to like Call of Duty, which is 200 gigs sometimes. It's always between 100 or 200, but yeah, look how quick that was to do an entire full Dragon Ball Fighters game. Boom, all done. So now that game should be 100% on the extended storage, not on the console. I'm just going to scroll right to it and see if it just boots up like it's supposed to, and it is doing so. So let's see if there's any hiccups with anything. Oh, there's an update, of course. I haven't played it in a minute, and I probably won't be able to play it now. So this has always been the process, but you can see now it worked because all it needed was that update file. And now we should be getting connected and into the game. So far, it's playing just like normal. So as you can see, the Samsung T7 is a good, perfect option for your extended SSD storage needs on your PS5 or Xbox Series X. It should work for either or. So here we are in the lobby, ready to go. I just got some Zenny just for logging in. And there we go. Playing straight from the SSD and not the console or any type of other internal hard drive or SSD. Alright, so I just put in God of War PS4. This is probably going to take a minute because this is the first time I ever put it into my PS5, and I assume the installation is going to be a little crazy, but let's see. So we got a 1.9 gigabyte, and then we have a 38.7 gigabyte, which isn't terrible. I always like pausing one and leaving one to do the work, but this one's only 88 seconds, so I'll just let them both go. So while that's installing, this should be installing directly into the extended solid state drive because that's how I have it set. Once it's all installed, I will go into the storage settings to see if that's exactly where it is. As a matter of fact, that's exactly where it's going because I only had 28 gigabytes left of internal storage, and this is way more than 28 gigabytes, so it would never even have started if it was going into the console. But we're going to check anyways. Alright, so we are fully installed. We're just going to double check. I already know it's there because I can tell, but we're going to double check just for the sake of the video. Storage, and I still see my little 28 gigabytes of internal storage still there. So I'm going to go to extended storage, and I can see that I'm using 54 gigs thanks to God of War. And there it is. So 46 gigs for God of War and 7 gigs for Dragon Ball Fighters right now. But everything's going well. Let's go ahead and start it up. And there we go. So as you can see, working just fine. And in terms of speed, it seems like it's probably moving a lot faster than it would on my PS4. So there you have it, guys. There's my video unboxing of the Samsung Portable SSD T7 2TB for the PS5. It works just fine. Again, it will work on your Xbox Series X, but I did get it for my PS5, as my Xbox still has space as of now. But once it does run out, I'm sure I'll probably be buying another one of these. Hopefully by then, the price will be slashed in half. Which, you know, prices are dropping, but right now they're a little high. But hopefully with Black Friday around the corner, we will see some sales. But if you're making a decision on one of these, then I'd strongly suggest the Samsung T7 here. The T5 is just as good, I heard. This one's just a little bit faster. So thanks for sticking with me in this video, and like, comment, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.